Hey BC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I haven't made a video in a while, but it's not from lack of trying. I've had some technical issues. It seems I make a video on my iPhone and then I watch it later, everything is reversed. So all the record covers and jackets are all reversed. So I went to my edit on the iPhone and there's a place up on top where you can swing things around. So I switched everything around, everything looked fine. And then I uploaded it to YouTube and everything came in upside down. I was like standing on my head. So that got frustrating. So I deleted that and I redid it. And after 3 or 4 times, I just got so frustrated, I stopped making videos. I'm still watching a lot and still collecting a lot. Haven't stopped that, but haven't really made anything for about a month or two. Anyway, I'm going to try this again today. Hopefully it'll work out fine, and we'll go from there. All right, so a good friend of mine called me up recently and said, I'm getting rid of my records. I never listened to them. I'm going to be down in New York City anyway. Why don't you stop in and take what you want, nominal fee for everything. So I said, fine, that's great. So I went by my buddy's house, and he had a lot of stuff, a lot of classical, which I didn't take because I don't listen to it, and you can't get rid of it. And he had a lot of other weird stuff, but he had a lot of good stuff. So this is stuff I got from him. First one up is a Bo Diddley, and this is called Where It All Began, 1972, produced by Johnny Otis on Chess Records. Chess label. However, first off, it's Australian press. How he ended up with an Australian press, I have no idea. I played it this afternoon, actually, just listened to it. There are like 3 or 4 women backup singers, and they almost ruined the entire record for me. It's just terrible. But when they shut the hell up and he actually sings and plays, it's great. A Good Thing is a great song. Bad Trip, amazing. Bo Diddley-itis. I mean, there's some great stuff on here. Very funky, not like what you expect. Only one song has the traditional bow beat, but the rest of it is just really great funky stuff. And if they had somehow not added the women backup singers, it would have been a great, great album. Very funky, very soulful. Let's see what else I got from my buddy. Oh, Charles Mingus, retrospective, reevaluation, the Impulse years. So this is a compilation of other albums that he made for Impulse. On here is the entire Black Saint and Sinner Lady album, which he recorded in 1963. And there's also 3 of the 7 songs from the Mingus album is on here. And some other things. So that's sort of cool. And it is a white label promo. My buddy, his father used to work for ABC. This is ABC Paramount Impulse. His father used to work for ABC. So did he, actually, later on. And used to get all these records for him. So that's a white label promo on Charles Mingus. Right in front there, promotion, not for sale. It's a great record, really great. So I'm really happy to have this. Big Mingus fan, so glad to add that to the collection. Another jazz album he had. I just finished listening to this too. This is Bill Evans, and this is an album called Symbiosis. I'm sorry, Symbiosis. And this is 1974. Nice gatefold. It's basically a suite for 2 movements. Side 1 is 1 movement, side 2 is obviously the second, with a complete orchestra. Eddie Gomez on bass, Marty Morell on drums, but has all sorts of people. Phil Woods, Hubert Laws, a lot of people I don't know. Irby Green is on here, but it's actually pretty good. It's modal music, as they say, modal jazz. But it's good. I enjoyed that. Another one I got from him. I don't have a copy of Rhapsody in Blue, so I figured it's a good chance to grab this one. I haven't listened to this yet. Rhapsody in Blue on one side and American Paris on the other side. Maurice Abravanel, I don't know who he is. He conducts the Utah Symphony. So I'll have to check it out when I get a moment. This one I just listened to the other day. I thought it was just great. And it's Frank Morgan Quartet, Yardbird Suite, basically a tribute to Charlie Parker. With Mulgrew Miller, Ron Carter, and Al Foster on drums. It was done in 1988. It says recorded at Fantasy Studios, direct to Mitsubishi X80 2-track digital. So it's digital recording, but still sounds pretty good. A little bit brittle sounding, but my speakers sort of compensate for that. So it's actually very good. Sound really clear and crisp. Gold stamp promo. Does Yardbird Suite, Night in Tunisia, Scrapple from the Apple, all Charlie Parker tunes. Really good. Really enjoy that. Next is, he's called the First Lady of Jazz, Ella Fitzgerald. A 2-record set. This is Ella Newport Jazz Festival live at Carnegie Hall, July 5th, 1973. For a couple of years, Newport was not, the Newport Jazz Fest was kicked out of Newport, Rhode Island, and they had a bunch of shows in New York City. Actually, I think in 73 or 74, I went to their, at Carnegie Hall and saw Thelonious Monk at the Newport Jazz at New York. So this is Ella doing that in 73. I don't really know, I didn't look closely, so I'm not really sure whose band is backing her up. It just says Jazz Carnegie All-Stars, so not really sure. Haven't listened to it yet, but love Ella, so can never have too much Ella in your collection. Another one he had, which I grabbed, is Ella and Louie, and this is where they do Porgy and Bess, a 2-record set from, what year? 76. 2-record set on Verve, the Verve label, and in mono, which is sort of cool. So, again, Louie and Ella did a number of albums together. This is one of their better ones. Obviously, also Summertime, I got Plenty of Nothing. Bessie Was My Woman, It Ain't Necessarily So. There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York, etc. So, great stuff, Ella and Louie. How about some Ray Charles? Can't go bad with Ray Charles. This is his 25th anniversary in show business salute to Ray Charles. White label promo, like a number of the ones I got from my buddy. ABC Paramount, there's a white label promo. And this is Hit the Road Jack. Hallelujah, I Love Her So. Marianne, Unchain My Heart. Can't Stop Loving You. One Mint Julep. Let's Go Get Stoned. Yesterday. You Are My Sunshine. Etc., etc. So always good to have more Ray Charles in my collection. And next couple of records are all by the same artist. Another artist who recorded for ABC Paramount. And it's B.B. King. The best of B.B. King. B.B. King Cross County, live at Cook County Jail. And something called His Best, even though it's not a best of album, not a compilation. These are all new songs. But it was called His Best Electric, B.B. King. These are all from the mid-70s. This one's great. This is produced by Quincy Jones. Has Tired of Your Jive, Paying the Cost to Be the Boss, Sweet 16, etc. These are all, I'm sure, pretty much from the mid-70s. Cook County Jail again, Electric, and this is a compilation, best of B.B. King. And this one I think was a white label promo too. Yeah, another white label promo. Yeah, so he was getting rid of all his records. He just realized he was never listening. He doesn't have a turntable anymore. He lives in this apartment in Manhattan, and he just said, I'm done. How about some Nielsen? Didn't have this one. A little touch of Schmielsen in the night. So happy to get that. Really clean, new copy. Virtually new. And also Nielsen Schmielsen. Another really clean copy of that one. So those are both upgrades. Or at least that one's an upgrade for me. I grabbed this one just because I like this kind of stuff. This is called The Best of Acapella, Volume 5. It's from the early 60s. Volume 5, once again, better than ever. With the quotations, the apparitions, the notations, the Centels, the Chessmen, Little Joe and the Mechanics. So all these doo-wop groups from New York City singing in a cappella. Can't wait to dig into that. My brother-in-law grew up in the Bronx. He's a big a cappella, loves all that kind of stuff. So I showed him this. He was very impressed, thought this was really cool. So ready to dig into that. A little a cappella doo-wop music. The rest of the records are stuff I picked up at Goodwill. I mean, I've said to people before, there are probably 3 or 4 Goodwills within 20 minutes, half hour of my house. And I hit them on a consistent basis. And many, many times I walk away with nothing. But now and then, if you're consistent and you keep going, you find something. Kevin Burke, fiddle player, really good. This is on the Green Linnet label. Love that label, very cool. Yes, this is again from the 1984 bluegrass, country bluegrass, urban bluegrass, whatever you want to call it. Great player. Also at Goodwill, I saw this, had to grab it. Christy Moore, Irish singer. This is Ride On, 1966. Also the Green Linnet label. Same label. Haven't had a chance to listen to a couple of these yet. I've been doing other stuff, but glad to grab onto that one. I saw this at Goodwill and said, how can I walk away and leave a Jim Hall, a Ron Carter duet still in shrink sitting there? This is a great 1973 on Milestone Records. So good. Just the guitar and the bass trading back and forth. Recorded live at the Jazz Adventure concert at Playboy Club, New York City, August 4th, 1972. As you see, my buddy didn't have much rock and roll, but I was able to find this at Goodwill. This is Canned Heat. Historical figures and ancient heads. This was done in 72, I think it was. Al Wilson had already died by then. And they had hired Joel Scott Hill to come on. I hadn't really known of him, but a good singer, a great player. This album, I like it, but it's sort of schizophrenic. It's all over the place. It doesn't have a real consistent theme to the way the music comes across. I like it. I like a lot of the songs on it. But it has The Bear and Henry Vestine and Fido Della Para, who are some of the original members. But then also one song has Little Richard on it. One song has Charles Lloyd, who's a jazz flute player. One song has Harvey Mandel. So there's some really good songs in here, but it's just sort of weird. But I like it. Like Canned Heat. Delaney and Bonnie. I have their album with Eric Clapton, but this one I didn't have. So glad to add this to the collection. Delaney and Bonnie, Except No Substitute. Has the great band with him, Jim Price, Bobby Whitlock, Bob Keys, Jim Keltner, Carl Rattle, Leon Russell. That's the band. Played Delaney and Bonnie. This one I had heard the name, but never listened to it. I still haven't played it yet. I'm going to hopefully get to it today. So it's a Goodwill. Green on Red, I guess from the 80s. Sort of a alt-rock music band. This is a mini album, it's called, for some reason. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 songs on one side, 3 songs on the other. So, again, I know of them, but I have not heard them yet. Green on Red presents No Free Lunch. We all know there is no free lunch. So looking forward to digging into Green on Red. This one I'd never heard of before. I still haven't played it yet, but I had to grab it. Album called Missouri. According to Discogs, it's a southern rock kind of band. On Panama Records. Love the label. Label's very cool. So we'll see how that sounds. One of my many blind buys. Another blind buy I got, which I really like. Never heard these guys, but I look cool. It's called Woody's Truck Stop. And this is from 1969, original pressing. Very much in the psych mode. And just really good. I really enjoyed this a lot on Smash Records. And pretty damn clean for a record that's over 50 years old. So 1969, Woody's Truck Stop. Original 60s psych. And the last one I got at Goodwill, he's a jazz piano player. I think there's a new 7 or 8 LP set out, reevaluating his music. I think it's like $350 or something ridiculous like that. So I'm at Goodwill and I see this, and it's Errol Garner. This is a Book of the Month Club recording. Came with 3 records, all in polyline sleeves. There's the Book of the Month Club. Looks like it's never been played, or maybe played once or twice and put away. Came with the original booklet that talks all about the music and the recording. Mostly all live recordings. Sounds fantastic. It ain't audiophile, but actually cost me 80 cents. It was $1, and then because it was Senior Tuesday, I get 20% off. So it cost me 80 cents for 3 LPs by Errol Garner. So great, so great. And then about a month ago, I was with my buddy Brian Lozo from Shamrock and Records, and we were saying how I was telling him how you never see Bela Fleck albums. I've seen a couple of CDs, but never see his vinyl. Literally the next day, I went to our local record store, walked in, and up on the shelf was Bela Fleck. Double time acoustic duets featuring the 5-string banjo with Darrell Anger, Sam Bush, Jerry Douglas, David Grissom, John Hartford, Tony Rice, Mark Schatz, Ricky Skaggs. So I had to grab it and bring it home. On a Rounder Records, usually Rounder you get pretty cheap. This was a little more expensive than I usually spend for a used record, but real happy to have it. Recorded 1983. Ricky Skaggs is good too, but Bela Fleck is an amazing musician. So really glad to have that in my collection. All right, hopefully I can load this up and it won't show up backwards or upside down or anything. Okay, folks, hey, everybody have a happy holiday. If I don't make another video, if I don't talk to you soon, everybody have a happy and a healthy, and peace out.